whispers through the trees, chew on the ground, a hush in the breeze. Shoes by the door, I'm walking bare. Through nature's arms, I find myself there. The brook hums low, the tune I know, warm paths of earth where memories grow. The pine needles crunch beneath my stride.
Well, hello once again from Presqu'ile Provincial Park. For those of you who may be just first time viewing this channel, my name is Peter. I'm an enthusiast or recreational or hobbyist wildlife photographer with a special interest in avian or bird photography. And I'm from the National Capital Region of Canada, the city of Ottawa. And we're actually out here, as I said, in Presqu'ile Provincial Park, which is about a three-hour southwest drive from the nation's capital, kind of sandwiched between the towns of Quinte West or Trenton and Toronto, the largest city and population in Canada. It's beautiful. It's been a little bit cold and it's damp today. Yesterday was actually very nice. The last 2 days were actually very nice. A little rainy today. And I had hoped to do more videos, but in part the weather, the activity of the birds. So when you get to a spot, and I'm actually at one of those spots right now, which I'll describe a bit for you in a second, but it's like feast or famine. It gets crazy, so like there's no time to do a YouTube video, or there's nothing going on to make a YouTube video. But there's a warbling, geez, I'm just going to have a hard time saying that word, warbling vireo and a yellow warbler here. Behind me in the pond are two pairs of mating pied-billed grebes. There's a ring-neck duck, a solo male. There was a pair of buffleheads, although I don't see them this morning. I haven't seen them yet. And a few mute swans and Canada geese. So I'm going to just post some of the video of the vireo that I was able to get. I was actually able to get some. I'm happy with the pictures. I don't really hear them or see them, so I'm going to continue on. But I'll post some of those videos right now, and you can see it's a quite a cute little bird. I like them, but then I like sparrows, so maybe I have no taste in birds. Anyway, watch the video of the warbler of the vireo, and I'll be back with a little bit more on my walk. Okay, talk to you in a bit. Most of the video, if I'm on the tripod, I'm using this setup. You can't really see it because it's all covered up because it's raining. But this is the Canon R, the original full frame mirrorless that I love. And I know a lot of people say, well, it's not much different than a 5D Mark IV. And I'll say, yeah, but it is mirrorless. It also has 4K when you shoot crop video. I love the R. It was, you know, for a full frame, it's good in low light. Yeah, it doesn't have the eye detect and all the other fancy features that the R5, R6 have, but it suits me well, especially for video. And the lens is the 2-800, which on 8, then you get that times 1.6 crop, so for video, so that's pretty good. The other camera that I have been shooting a little bit of video is with my R7. Some of you may be familiar with that camera. Sometimes I use the 2-8, but I find the 100-500 RF lens works best. And then sometimes I also use the RF100-400. Again, I prefer it on the R7 because then you get 640 at the effective focal range on the 400 with the R7 with the crop. So anyway, you could see that spot and what I was able to get there. Nice and easy, close to the campsite. So you can go back, have a beer, come back out and photograph if you want. But we're gonna head up to another spot where I was getting the gnat catcher, blue-gray gnat catcher. Cute little bird, really psycho though. So I'll post whether or not one is there right now, I don't know, because we're walking there, but what I'll do is I'll post some videos and photos from the last few days when I did encounter this little guy or gal, and you can watch them now as I might make my way over to that location, which is still another half kilometer of walking. So we'll come back when I get over there, and you can see what we've been up to these last few days. Okay, talk to you in a bit.
Out where the clouds write stories fast, each step forward erases my past. My place.
So we'll try turning this thing on a second time because the microphone wasn't working the first. That helps turn it on. So I'm a little further than where that blue-gray gnat catcher with the video and photos were. That particular bird I think is actually the one I'd also see over here. But there were some people birding over there. I'm not hearing the gnat catcher, and I didn't really expect to. It's a little later in the morning. This morning was a bit of another interesting development. Was I was hearing a bit of a knocking in the front end of my truck. So I ended up bringing it to a nearby city or town, about a half hour away. They had a Dodge Ram dealer. And they looked over it, didn't find anything, which is good and bad. It's good in the sense that there's nothing dangerous. In other words, I'm not going to lose my brakes or have a bearing seize up or whatever. But I don't like rattles in my vehicles, so I'll have to still investigate what it is. But at least from a safety standpoint, I know that we're good for the remainder of this trip and for our drive home at the end of the week. Okay, I'm just gonna head over. There's I'm on the 401 here. There's a lot of construction. They're actually building the old group campground. And traditionally group campgrounds, provincially, even federally, where I worked at Parks Canada, group campgrounds tend to be large, wide open golf courses. Not to be mean to people that play golf, but you know, big grassy areas with nothing in them. What they're doing with this one is actually bringing water, electricity into it. They're going to turn it into a campground for RVs, trailers like ours, because that is needed. You know, like small campgrounds are great when you have a small trailer. Again, like the one we have, it's small, you can maneuver, but big trailers especially can do a lot of damage. They hit trees. Yeah, you damage your trailer, but you know, it's damage. They're just not, they don't easily maneuver around some campgrounds. So they'll have a more appropriate spot for them that they're putting in. But I'm just going to go over, and that's what all the construction traffic, if you happen to see that dump truck when it went by in a park, why is it there? So I'm just going to walk across this, got to kind of go out and come back around because it's very, very, very wet. And I'm wearing duck boots, which have a bit of rubber on the foot part, but they're not very high, so the water can still get in over the seams. I'm just going to go over. This is a lookout. Blue jays. This is a lookout, so we'll go over and see what we can find. Okay, talk to you in a few minutes, because I don't want to get hit and I need to pay attention to the street. So again, I'm not sure if you can see it in the over here on my left side of the screen, but the pied-billed grebe is out in that little area. You can also hear, if I can, there. So that's a pied-billed grebe, if you've never heard one. For me, it sounds like a donkey. And somebody might say it doesn't sound like a donkey. But, you know, that's how let's get that. And there's another call. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it, because there. It's the marsh wrens. There, that one you probably heard. So, not the loud squeak. There, that. Let me, because there's a woodpecker in behind. Anyway, I'm hoping you can hear it, and I'll be able to see if you can hear it when I'm back home. I don't want to do it here because they're out, but maybe if I'm back in the trailer, I might just use the Merlin app. Well, if you've got the Merlin app, or just go online and type in marsh wren, and you'll hear it's the trills it makes. It's a very distinctive call, and that's a little marsh wren. Harder than heck to photograph those guys, I'll tell you. You hear them a lot, but to see them, they sometimes will make an appearance, like over at the boardwalk. You'll see them in the reeds, but see them out like were visible, very difficult. So I don't know what that woodpecker is. In this park there are 5 types of woodpeckers: pileatids, downies, and hairies that we'd have at home, but also red. I can't do 2 things at once. Let's enter the password first. So red-headeds and red-bellied woodpeckers are here. Red-bellied more than red-headed woodpeckers. There's something just in front, but I can't see it. There are Sora in here, apparently. They've already arrived. Sora are a rail, Virginia rails, that type of, where they've got a foot that's more like you'd think of the foot of a chicken, but they're still fairly maneuverable, especially walking on reeds and stuff, and often like gallinule, they will swim and they don't have a webbed foot. Well, there's a bit of webbing, but like most of their foot, is like more like a chicken. Just so many. It's funny when you're not from a place and it's geographically different from where you're from, and you're picking up sounds that you just can't recognize. Like they're just, and even, I mean, I'm talking over Merlin. I'm running Merlin right now, and I don't know if you can see what's going on here, but I mean, it's just nonstop with bird species showing up. Some repetitive, like the red-winged blackbirds, the geese. They'll just keep coming back up to the front, but others, northern yellow warbler, marsh wren. It said hood and merganser. Quite frankly, I haven't heard of hood and merganser, so I suspect that might be a bit of a glitch. It picked up something and said, oh, it's a hood and merganser. I was getting, let me go down here a little bit, a black tern. Now that would be an interesting bird to see, but I don't know if it was a flyover, which is more than likely. I could do this all day. Oh my. I'm a simple guy. Give me some birds. Give me my camera. A little bit more warmth would be nice, though. I do like my warmth. Okay. I'm going to... That marsh wren is really close. So I'm just going to put my... There. Maybe you heard that one, because that was close. I'm going to walk over back to where the couple that were here, who actually our neighbors in the campground, have left. So I told them where the gnatcatcher was. It was a bird they had never seen. So it would have been a lifer if it did show up. I'll find out later when I get back to the campsite. But I'm just going to walk back and... Okay, so I'm just going to put this on pause again, do a little bit of snooping around, see if there's anything over here. So I think I'll end this video at this point, since I was able to hopefully fill it with some good video of the vireo, the warbling vireo, the gnatcatcher, and pied-billed grebes, and then some photos, of course. I'm going to go down here. And if the remainder of time, at least I've caught up with the week, the first week, and can now do videos that are ongoing from this point. So, okay, so enough waffling, rambling on. I'll see you on the next one. Okay, take care. Bye for now.
Saw a bird with feathers gray and fine, singing his song, his perch on the line. His world is simple, his worries few. Maybe one day I'll live like that too. A heart that beats in sync with the soil, seeking peace, far from the toil. Out where the clouds write stories fast, each step forward erases my past. Echoes in the pines, they call to me, a hymn of the wild, where I'm free. The wind against my cheek, a soft embrace. In this quiet, I can find my place.